Switching gears, you brought up, and I'd love to get your take. Very recently, U.S. operation capturing Maduro, going about as textbook as it seems like it could have gone. What was your initial thought, having been on similar missions?
My first thought about that mission, when we just heard about it, was honestly the insert. And what the U.S. military did, then Delta getting on deck and guys shot at them. Honest to God, my first thought was, why the fuck are you shooting at these dudes? Can you imagine the stealth aircraft above 60,000 feet that are taking out point targets? Then the conventional is a bad word to use, but the fast moving jets that we have that no one else does, going below 10,000, just shocking people. And then with whatever direct energy weapon to turn to low, by the way, that makes people puke and head hurt. Then you've got 25, I don't know the numbers, I wasn't there, but I'm just picturing what they probably look like. And the technology for night vision and thermal was really good when we got out, but can you imagine the shit they have now? And then people shot at them. Just don't.
Yeah.
Like, you're not, like, if I'm at my house and it's daytime and there isn't fast movers and stealth, and all of a sudden fucking Blackhawks come in and these guys are running at me, I'm going to just find out what I can do to not get killed.
Yeah.
So that was my first thought. Then immediate pride, just a middle finger to the rest of the world. And then honest to God, Mike, I could not smack the smile off my face for a solid 48 hours. Just proud of those dudes. And then it was confirmed it's Delta. But then think about I used to think it was funny when, not funny, but like they made Space Force. It's like, oh, super Space Force. But now it's like, think what Space Force did to turn off their electricity. Mm-hmm. And like all this stuff that they were doing electronically, all the cyber command, the target packages they've been building for years, and they finally got to go click. Like, it's just awesome.
Yeah. Excuse me.
And again, I didn't see it. So I'm just, this is after actions from guys who don't say what happened. And probably guys are watching, so they're like, O'Neill has no fucking idea what he's talking about, which is fair, which is actually fair to say. I actually don't know what the fuck I'm talking about because I wasn't there. Yeah. So I'm not going to speculate. And I'm not going to call some guy on the raid that grabbed Maduro a fucking liar. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think he was from Delta.
Well, it brings up a curious point that you see a lot of rumblings where people ask, and I would say innocently, not judgmentally, is what, and I'm curious to get your take, what is the process, if you even know or understand, why Delta versus Team 6 gets picked for certain things over others? Is there a rhyme or reason, or is it purely logistically?
I mean, it would have to go with who is in charge of JSOC. So Bill McRaven, the Admiral, I keep saying Bill like I'm his buddy. Admiral
well,
McRaven.
You're both out now, so.
I know. It's just, I think I called him Bill once when he gave us that. Did I tell you about the speech he gave right before the Bin Laden raid?
No.
Oh. So we got 23 assaulters. I think there's a couple more with alternates. And then we got the Blue Squadron guys which is also awesome considering they rescued us. Blue Squadron rescued, the Army and Blue Squadron rescued Red Squadron. No one brings that up. But we're giving the final brief, like we're going to go put our shit on, get the helicopters. And Adam McRaven's in front of there and he said, we do all the stuff. And then he said, his closing statement was like, last night, guys, I watched my favorite movie. It's called Hoosiers, and it's about a basketball team from Hickory, Indiana.
Bobby Knight.
Yeah. No. Gene Hackman played the coach, but it's in Indiana. And this team of 7 players had this coach that everyone wanted to fail. He's got to win every game. They get to the national championship or the state championship in Indianapolis, small town. Probably never left the town. Then they walk into the arena in Indianapolis. It's huge. They're starstruck. The coach recognizes it, played by Gene Hackman, grabs the guy, says, take a tape measure the back of the rim to the free throw line. What's the measurement? 15 feet, coach. All right, get on his shoulders. What's the measurement from the rim to the floor? 10 feet, coach. You're going to find these are the exact same measurements as the gym in Hickory, just a bigger audience. And he said, gentlemen, you do this every night. Tonight, it's a bigger audience. And we're leaving, and I pulled him aside. I think I said, Bill, you're so busy selling this mission that I doubt you watched Hoosiers last night, but you were born to give us that speech right now. And then we just walked out to the bird. And then so then just that's kind of the release point. There's so many points there of like, remember this. And then it was just, get off into the sunset. And then, when the guy just came in to rescue us, it was just so so methodical and almost so storybook to the counting down to the quote to flying back that one of those things, and it just the camaraderie, we're going to be best friends forever. It was one of those euphoric moments where I am going to die, but it doesn't matter. Because I mean, even the conversation we had, I think I'm getting away from your original question. The conversation was had that we have these alternates. You can pull yourself off anytime. Like you don't need to go. We'll find someone else and you can live. That's great. But it was like the Braveheart moment. But if when you're dying on that deathbed, 50 years from now, would you give every day back for one shot at this fucker? And the answer is yes. Get on the helicopter.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but again, and then when we die, what an ending.
Right. Yeah.
How badass would that be?
Yeah.
We're gonna die, but Bin Laden. I mean, it would suck for a lot of people, but we die killing Bin Laden. That's kind of a good way to check out.
For sure. The original question, and I actually.
Oh shit! I went completely away. I'm sorry.
No, I love your tangents and rabbit holes because they're all relevant and.
Well, this is why I need cannabis to sleep at night.
Interesting to hear, yeah. But so at that time, McCraven was in charge of JSOC.
Yeah. Why did one get picked for the others when we started? I'm sorry.
So typically, if
it's usually a ranger in charge of JSOC. I forget the name of the guy before him and then the guy after him, whatever, but McCraven was in charge. So we got the Bin Laden raid. But I think another reason we got the Bin Laden raid was we invaded, right around 2001. We got guys over there in 2002. We got Operation Anaconda, Roberts Ridge, Talker Gar. Then we invaded Iraq in 2003. And the pulse is op-tempo. Obviously the hottest one's going to be Afghanistan. Iraq. Easiest to get to. For the foreign fighters also. A dude from Jordan is going to go to Iraq before he goes to Afghanistan to kill Americans. A lot of fighting out there. So assets and Delta went there. Because the Army runs the show, Delta runs JSOC. We kept Afghanistan. It sucked. I was there in 2005 when Turbine 3-3, Lone Survivor happened. But we are not here. We did go there because fighting got so hot. We had to go out west, and I did 2 pumps to Iraq. But we kept guys in the outstations on the border, running sources into Pakistan, working with the agency very closely. Not as exciting, but it's a buildup. It's the insert extract. The agency people working there. When we got to a point in 2011, I was running the outstations for Afghanistan for JSOC, all of them on a base, and the Bin Laden team was there. This is in January. I'm running this part. I would have told you Bin Laden's never going to be found. He's a ghost, but that team was there working it, and that's how good they were. So we didn't know anything. And then, so McCraven's in charge. We've been geared up for this. We know in Afghanistan, don't carry all the space gun shit you're carrying al-Assad. You're going to, have your optics, a backup, and a light, and a laser. Everything else, ounces or pounds.
Yeah.
And when it was time, it was just for us. Now they're going to tell you, well, we got it. We didn't want it. All right. Yeah. You were offered the mission to kill the most prominent terrorist in history, and you turned it down. I'm buying that for about 2 seconds.
Right.
But then they get picked. They got picked for Maduro. Awesome. 2 different missions, way different missions.
Do you think? Excuse me. Do you think that, or I guess I'm curious if you know, is it safe to assume that the leader of JSOC right now is an Army guy?
I would say so. I don't even know who it is.
Yeah,
probably.
Can you look that up by chance?
Yeah, because didn't some reporter just post his bio?
Well, I think that was
that
the
another
leader
guy
of
on
Delta. It was the
Oh, right. That was, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring that up either. I mean, yes, some of the information is public, but I'm not going to show what to do.
Yeah. I guess from kind of the broad spectrum standpoint, though, do you feel like it's generally that simple where the really high profile, whether it's Captain Phillips, Jessica Lynch, Jessica Buchanan, is that her name, Jessica Buchanan?
It's Kim, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Bin Laden raid, Maduro, all of these different really high profile.
I think a lot of it is picked because of area of operation. Both were prevalent in the Horn of Africa. Blue Squadron got it. And it could be, we were better at jumping. We just did it more. We did more tandems, more bundles, more hayos. And not to say they didn't do it and can't do it, they're really good at it. I think we were better. I wasn't on that mission either. I didn't get picked, so don't yell at me for getting. I did watch it and have some critiques on it because I wasn't there. So naturally, there's a better way. But those dudes, like Justin Sheffield, led the jump in like 40 knot winds or some shit. Probably 35 or 30, but I'm going to make it 40 now.
Yeah. Round up.
But then Delta gets Saddam, and they should have. They had Iraq. We've done joint missions with them. They're good. If I would have been pissed if they got Captain Phillips, we're going to do a better job because we're the Navy. And we're just going to do maritime shit better. Would they do land better? If I had to pick a crew, hey, you got to hump 50 clicks and get this guy, Delta. Could we do it? Yeah. Army knows how to hump. I made the decision. What are you going to do?
So moving back to, let's say 2 weeks ago, you're in charge of JSOC. Would you have picked Delta to do that?
It all depends on what I know going in. I don't know enough to say.
Yeah.
Delta obviously did it flawless.
Yeah.
If I knew Delta would do it flawless, Delta gets it done.
Right.
If I had to pick one or two, I could literally flip a coin and be happy with the answer. And if Delta gets it over SEAL Team 6, I'm not going to be jealous. It's fine. They should get it.
Right.
I mean, when I got to SEAL Team 6, the first time I saw Delta was in Iraq. First time I saw them like operationally in Iraq. And it was almost like fuck yeah, that's Delta. And actually, that's the first time I saw him because we trained with them after that. I was a quick deployment after Green Team. And I saw him. I was like, fuck, that's Delta. I hope one day I get to meet the guy that kills bin Laden because it's going to be Delta.
Really?
It's a no. Oh, yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's Admiral Frank Bradley, by the way.
Admiral Frank Bradley, huh?
Frank Bradley? Mitch Bradley. Yeah, Mitch. He's running JSOC?
Was that position in August of 2020?
So a Navy guy picked.
Well, Mitch Bradley, he got in a lot of trouble recently, didn't he?
I
Not
don't
a lot, but he got some shit for. What did he get shit for? He had to go and testify recently. Mitch Bradley, I know Mitch.
Is it Mitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Frank Bradley.
Frank Bradley, Mitch, yeah.
Do they call him Mitch?
Yeah, I did. Should.
You're supposed to call him Admiral, apparently.
Yeah, I should have been saying Admiral. That's probably why
That's
I got booted.
I mean, to me, that I think backs up even the, if you want to call it a claim, or just the realization that, that the mission and the specifics of it should dictate who gets it, not preference.
It should. Oh, there should be no preference. And again, I'm speaking on behalf of what I think happened. I didn't know. All I knew when the bin Laden raid was being discussed was that I was running a dive trip to Miami, which is going to be a blast, but I was pissed because our commanding officer and Master Chief were coming. It's like, fuck, I mean, we're going to have fun still, but I don't want those assholes there.
Right.
Not assholes, but
Sure.
And then they got pulled to DC for some reason. Like, fuck yeah, we're going to South Beach. And then we got recalled from there. It's like, hey, we found a thing. This thing is in a house. This house is in a bowl. You're going to go get this thing and bring it back to us. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's how fast it was.
I'm curious to get your take on Venezuela, kind of generally speaking. Is obviously the way that this mission was done seems smarter, both tactically, geopolitically, and long-term wise, hopefully less negatively impactful on the host nation
This, I think, will do nothing but positive for the host nation. I think that President Trump was pretty quick to tell the vice president, hey, don't fuck around, you're going to find out too. And then turn and right and go, hey, Mexico, and then Colombia, hey, this is happening. That was not to get Maduro. That is a change in geopolitics in the Western fucking hemisphere. And they bring up the Monroe Doctrine. It's bigger than that. It's literally, hey, everyone with security from China, you sure? Oh, hey, Russia, you're nothing. Good luck fighting Ukraine for whatever reason.
Do you think that had the bigger role in the decision to do that than?
100%. Drug boats were a distraction.
Yeah.
80 to 90% of oil from Venezuela is going to China. Now they can't have it. We without telling the American public, because we're too busy fighting over who's going to win in the wild card. How many years did this push before China even thinks about Taiwan? Yeah. You don't have fucking oil. Guess what? You don't have energy too. Those microchips and useless. And they're getting it from Venezuela. Now we have it. And what I love too is, why'd you go there? Oil. Say some shit. We went there for the oil. We're going to maintain it. No blood for oil. In Iraq, there should have been, because we wouldn't be in debt. Right. But again, the media just spinning it for talking points.
No, for sure. Is there any concern from your experience that Venezuela could turn into a sort of Iraq 2.0?
No, because we didn't send people in to try to build a democracy they didn't want. I think the biggest problem that we made in Iraq was immediately dismantling the Ba'ath Party. Because, our senior leadership historically has sucked. It's the whole, let's make a brand new command because I'm a 1-star, but I need a second star. My buddy that's a bird could take this one, I'll take that one. We just expand. We got rid of the Ba'ath Party, and so there's no leadership, so there's just chaos. I think we still have their military leadership in place. In dictatorships like that, in communism, Iran, keep the military in place. People have been saying what they needed to say to keep their heads on their shoulders. You don't need to get rid of all of them. You keep it in place. You might be in charge. Okay, now you're number 1, you're 2. There's your OPSO right there. Don't fuck around.
Right.
Leave and let the diplomats diplomat. I think Senator Rubio is a senator, or was a senator, Secretary of State, and the National Security Advisor. He's also the interim president of Venezuela.
Yeah.
But that's where the Marines need to go in and kick some ass and then leave. And the State Department needs to go in and do whatever diplomatic shit that is.
Right. Well, I mean, it also seems like a different dynamic somehow in that, the more of the country is in favor of it, whereas in Iraq, not that it was a 50-50 split, but there were more Saddam supporters, it seems like.
Yeah, but it's their country. Our interest in Iraq and Afghanistan, we're rebuilding them, not because we're going to put in a school and they're studying the Declaration of Independence. You know how many huge contracts are involved with infrastructure? How much bullshit wasn't built but paid for? How many people from Afghanistan who know they have the names of their 5 brothers, they don't know what the number 5 is, but they're handed all this cash and they know they can buy a flat in Dubai now? Mm-hmm. You're not dealing with the same types of people as you are here.
Right.
But that's why we're rebuilding. That's why we go to war. So Lindsey Graham can line his pockets.
It is frustrating to see.
And he's a Republican, by the way.
Sort of.
I'm an independent. That's why I can trash either side.
I'm curious if you see similar success if Trump and the administration decided to do similar hits, raids, et cetera, in Mexico on cartel heads.
I think this is going to be should be some asymmetric war where you don't need to go in and threaten the cartels. They need to understand the business is going to be a little different. It's like when my buddies from Montana say they're going to go to Mexico to the resorts. I'm like, not a great idea. They're like, well, they'll say, well, we're going to a resort, so the security's good. I'm like, the cartels run the security there. Like, are you retarded? Like this is all run by the cartel. They want business, and they're finding out now they're losing a lot of money because they're battling with. And again, too, it's like same with the bath party. Okay, stay in place. No, don't do this. Cartels, maybe. Could we do it? Fuck yeah, we can do it. I mean, we've proven. JSOC, Delta Force, and our mighty Air Force and Navy have proven the United States can do whatever the fuck we want, whenever the fuck we want, and there's nothing you can do about it. We haven't taken over the world because we're the good guys. That's it. So yeah, we can want the cartels out, fine, take them out, but we don't need to. However, not everything is as black and white. Like the sausage is delicious, just don't need to see how it's made. There is really, really good Dubai, very safe country. Don't want to know how they maintain that. Don't steal anything. You're gonna have one hand.
Yeah, well, and I think to your point, it further backs up if you want to call it a claim, that it really had nothing to do with narcotics, or we would have already done that in Mexico a decade ago.
Probably, but I mean, just slicing off. I mean, Venezuela wasn't just oil too. That's a landing pad for Hamas, like 10,000 or Hezbollah, 10,000 passports. Now they're here. We're going to see the results of the Democrats opening the borders for 4 years just for voters. We're going to see that. They're here. You hear about it. Serious people do talk about it once in a while too. So it's I mean, geopolitically, there was just a shift and a new way to run things, and it was a good move. Greenland's going to be the next good move.
So you're all for taking Greenland?
I'm not for taking Greenland. I'm just develop it. Don't let China and Russia have it. Like if and when, which I hope never happens, but if Russia ever launches nukes, we're going to know in Greenland first. Not that we don't have capability to do it there. Plus, we have capabilities everywhere already. This is just information guys like you and I are allowed to know. We at best get half truths. Always.
Well, and I think there's almost a danger in having like just enough experience to be dangerous.
Well, why do you think they're slowly telling us about intelligent life from other places? Slowly, because why do you think the Epstein lease is never going to be released? Because there's a lot of the useful idiots aren't ready to know what's really happening. What happens when you find out something's happened a certain way because this has always been happening, not because of something that someone from 1,000 years ago in a cave told you was real?
Well, yeah, you mentioned the Epstein files. I do have a question.
Never going to happen.
No. Just because of how entrenched so many people in positions of power are on that list, you think?
Well, I mean, they released the files that so far we know about Michael Jackson and Mick Jagger and Bill Clinton. I mean, Venezuela is not about the drug boats. The Epstein list is not about trafficking children. It's about the amount of blackmail they have on every powerful person you've ever heard of. And we will show this video if you ever do this. That's why you go in, Epstein. Oh, I'm fucking out of here. Look at the veins in Dan Bongino's head. What does he know now? And he went in there, man. We're fucking not. And he's out.
Yeah.
Look at some of the mugshots of these people. Pam Bondi's very serious. What? No. Epstein. We still talking about him? Something's behind the deep state.
What do you make of all that?
Someone's in charge, and it was going well until we elected people that weren't supposed to be elected. I think it's a battle right now. I mean, basically even Davos too with the World Economic Forum. It's like, we're not going to go negotiate. Here are your terms. Fuck off. It's not a negotiation. This is what you need to do or not. And that's why the whole fine. And see, because the World Economic Forum is all about Europe's about to enter the jihad. That's why I say Russia doesn't fuck around with that, by the way. Yeah, we're allies with Iran until we bomb them. They've seen what Iran does. They thought of Beslan when the jihadis came up there and took that elementary school and they got suicide bombers. When it happens here, by the way, suicide bombers and all this shit in the school with your children. Because that's a tactic too, by the way. Say you're on the Iwo Jima right now in the Caribbean and all right, we're sailors and we just hit, wait, what? They're at my house? What does that sailor do now? Is he concentrating on the fucking flight deck? No.
Do you foresee that happening?
Yes.
Here? Yeah. Like any timeline you would predict?
I was thinking something. I think they thwarted some stuff before Christmas, but again, it's we have the clocks, they have the time, and it's all this political bullshit too. It's like, yeah, let them in, let them have the life, okay. It's no one's an atheist when all of a sudden there's suicide bombers at your local shopping mall.
Yeah.